Hi, Megan. Okay, so you asked me about my best day ever. Well, I don't remember my best day ever. I know I've had days where I've said, wow, this is the best day ever, but I can't remember them. I remember saying this when I was 14 and stuff, and just don't remember all the details, but I'll tell you about today. Because today I read for 6 hours straight at Dunn Brothers, and that was pretty nifty. So, this morning, I woke up after having a really weird dream about Minecraft, and then I was like, I'm bummed because I don't have anyone to hang out with today. I was hoping to hang out with Nick, but he was sick. I was gonna hang out with Jesse, but his car is broken. Kieran's busy, and I assumed you were busy. And so I texted a couple of people to say like, hey, I want to hang out today, and I had a potential answer from someone who said like, maybe later. And so I went to Brugger's to eat breakfast because I get half off there, no matter how sick I am of their food. That's just kind of irresistible offer. And while I was there, I picked up this book that I had in my purse with me, and I was like, I might as well read while I'm here. I have nothing better to do. I was about 20 pages in, and I was just kind of sucked into it after that, and that's how I spent 6 hours reading at Dunn Brothers. Alright, let me tell you about this book, The Neverending Story. I don't know if you've ever seen this movie. Like, I used to watch it all the time when I was a kid, but if you haven't, I'll give you a brief summary. It's about this kid who is kind of awkward. He's a bookworm. He's bullied a lot. So in the beginning, he's running away from these bullies. He ducks into a bookstore where there's this really grumpy old man who's like, "What do you want? I hate kids. Kids color on books pages and rip them and spill on them, and I don't like them because of that." And the kid's like, "I like books." And the guy's like, "Ugh." And then there's a book where that's just really interesting looking. It has two snakes eating each other's tails on the cover, and it's like bound in old leather, and it's just really pretty. And the kid's like, "What's that book about?" And he slams it and moves away. He's like, "This book's not for you. This book is too intense for you. You couldn't handle this book." And so of course, as soon as the guy leaves, the kid steals it, runs to his school, and goes up into the attic and reads it, skips class to read a book. Who sounds like they'd do that? From then on, it's a book within a book. So I'll say kid 1 for the kid who's reading the book, and kid 2 for the kid inside the book. So in the book, this fairyland, in the movie it's called Fantasia, but in the book it's called Fantastica. There's something eating away at it. No one really knows what it is. They just call it the nothing. But in parts of it, like these holes of nothingness are just popping up and sucking the life out of everything, the color and the mass. Anyone who accidentally sticks a limb into the nothing will slowly get eaten away by it over a period of time. And of course, the limb that was in it is completely severed. And it's threatening to destroy their entire world. And the reason for this is because the Empress is sick. And so the Empress sends kid number 2 on a quest to find a cure and find out what's causing it. So he goes on this epic quest, and throughout this epic quest in the book, kid number 1, the kid who's reading, is seeing all these weird things in the book that are freaking him out. Like when kid number 2 approaches this mirror that's supposed to tell who you really are, like inside, he sees the kid who's reading the book, and the kid is like, "Whoa, I'm in this book, what?" And then at one point it gets really intense, and he screams, and the characters in the book recall hearing a scream echoing from nowhere, and he's like, "Whoa." So, and then in the ending of the movie, he gets sucked into the book and is a part of the fairy world. Of course, that's the end of the movie, but that's only like the halfway point in the book. And from then on, the kid who's been sucked into the book by now has all this weird adventures going on. I'm not going to tell you about it because you might read it or see it one day. I don't want to ruin it for you. But God, it was so nifty. And the book and the movie have a lot of differences because the movie was made in like the 80s or early 90s. And so it was cheesy. They can't get all these special effects in there. And there are some crazy scenes that would need some crazy special effects in this book. So, I mean, I love the movie, but the book is so much better. So I spent 6 hours at Dunn Brothers reading that, and that was just so much fun. So I'd say today was one of the best days ever for that reason alone. Anyway, at the start of the day, I was on page 20 of this book, and now I'm on let's see what page I'm on. 251. I read that much. So, I gave you a summary of what I'm reading right now. What are you reading right now, Megan? I assume since it's Megan that you are in the middle of a book or two right now. So, I don't know, what are you reading right now? Anyway, I will see you next Tuesday. Bye!